Okay, welcome to episode 64 of the Beer and Bullshit Show.
Woo!
I'm the host, Chris Bennett, and before we get into the beers of our choice tonight, um, just a reminder, there's 2 shows left of the year, and then we'll have, guess what? We'll have our 2nd year anniversary in January.
Outstanding.
And that will probably be the 2nd show in January. So we have 2 more. We'll have episode 65 and 66, and then 67 and episode 68 will be our anniversary show. So anyway, and the 16th will be the holiday. December 16th will be the holiday show as usual. So if you want to get people on here that would be interested, let me know. I'll add them on Google Plus, and we'll get this place packed like we did last year.
Right on.
That would be awesome.
So, all right. Jessica, I saw you pouring something.
Yeah, I'm actually finishing up the ones that I got from a 6-pack. It's the Sam Adams Boston Lager. I might as well finish those up before I move on to others.
Amy.
Yes. I've got a really good one tonight, actually. I know I always seem to be drinking Flying Dog out of Maryland, but they're so good. But they did a series called Brewhouse Rarities, and they did a spiced pear ale.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Oh, it is really good. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the cool Ralph Steadman artwork, like most of their regular bottles do. But of course, it's still got the script. But it comes in. It's about 6.8, and this is finishing off my second 6-pack of this over the last couple weeks, and it's really awesome. It's perfect for this time of year.
Cool. Ruby.
I am drinking Lion & Kugel's Cranberry Ginger Shandy. It's totally not a high ABV, but I don't drink a lot that much anymore. So, it's good. It's seasonal. It's festive for the holidays. So.
And I still need to get a 6-pack of that and a nice bottle of Fireball or whatever.
Oh, I forgot.
Fireball.
That.
Ooh.
That is so delicious, and I don't have any of that. Damn it. That would be awesome. That would be really awesome.
So yeah.
Nick had me get him a beer. He'll be down in a second. It's Down to Earth Session IPA.
Ooh.
Little monkey,
Yeah.
little monkey astronaut.
Is that brewery from New? Is that the
Little
ones that do live brew free or die or?
Yeah, it's the 21st Amendment.
Yep. 21st
Amendment Brewery, and I had last week. I did they finally came to Springfield, and I had a couple guys that from the distributor of that particular beer on the show. So I was live.
Cool.
I did a remote. So
Nice.
yep, that's a really good one right there.
Okay, 1 minute. I need to know, what is the deal with the Fireball with the beer?
Oh, if you put some Fireball in this cranberry ginger shandy, it's absolutely delicious. Like, I don't know why, but it's just phenomenal. So,
Really?
like, a shot of Fireball in this beer makes it like even more festive and Christmassy and delicious, and it definitely ups the ABV a lot.
I can imagine.
Couldn't hurt at least.
Right.
I'll try it.
In fact, Nick. Hi.
Nick.
Nick told me about it last year, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll try that." And he was right on point. That shit was delicious.
I
I think we talked about it last year, and we decided that if you put Fireball in anything, it will make it better.
Who was doing it in like some kind of like apple schnapps or something, making like apple pie out of it, or no, it was an apple. Oh no, it was a cider. Yeah, somebody put it in a cider.
Yep.
I
Sounds
support
delicious. I want some now. I'm like,
We should
How-
put some in this moonshine.
I'm good. Yeah, you should do it. The moonshine Nick has.
It's getting good, man.
Oh, super
Well,
clear.
I've already shown
Everclear.
it before. That previously it was
Ooh.
new level, but this shit is like ready to roll.
Is it
Yeah,
flavored or
keep
is it
away
white
from open
lightning?
flame.
Yeah. What'd you say?
Is it white lightning or is it flavored like peach?
It's just white.
Ooh, yeah. Gasoline.
You totally can set it on fire.
See, it came out at 165, but we backed it down to 120, so you can like drink it and not die.
Or
But-
die happy.
And probably naked.
True.
And I showed him your beer, and Chris was saying that he had some of that.
Oh yeah, so she already showed you my beer, so never mind.
Sorry.
It's okay. Jim Bam!
You guys
Oh.
are so cute.
Man, I got something so good here. I can't believe it. Finally got my hands on some Backwoods Bastard. There
Yay!
you go.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you bastard.
You
That
know,
is excellent.
I would drink it just because it honors Jim Bovard on the label.
Awesome.
But it also happens to be like a lot just more delicious than I thought it would be.
I had that on tap here last year.
To me, it tastes like coconut. It's like I think it's 11% oak bourbon barrels, aged. It doesn't have that like syrupy sweetness that like some like barley wines would have. Other stuff of this alcohol content. It's like it's solid. The color is like it's kind of an amberish. You can light goes through it. Anyway, it's like $22 for a frickin' 4-pack though. So
Yeah.
there's a little high.
Yeah, I think I paid $17.99 here for my 4-pack.
But
And
it's
it's got to be good if you're gonna pay that much for it. Yeah, but yeah, it's damn good.
It's not even my style of beer, but man, it's great.
Well, it looks good on you.
Just a couple sips, and I've got this like warm feeling all over. Like I think that's a good sign of a winter time beer. Like that, sort of like that feeling that like the Saint Bernard brought you brandy after the avalanche, kind of a feeling.
I can see it in your face.
Yeah.
I bought a stout
Good
that I was gonna drink tonight, but I drank them all. They were they did not last. I bought them 2 days ago. They're gone. It was
What was it?
Oscar Blues Death by Coconut.
Oh, I was
That's
gonna
Was it
have
good?
Yeah.
It's
Oh my
really
God.
good.
It's so freaking good. It is. You think coconut and you think suntan lotion because people can ruin stuff by making coconut flavored things. It's just like
Right.
apparently rum or something. It's gross, right? This is just
It was absolutely
perfect. It's
delicious.
a chocolate coconut imperial stout. I think it's 9.7%.
It was
Oh, I
definitely like nutty.
Drink that up.
Yeah, it was.
Did it almost taste like a Mounds?
Mm.
You think?
Yeah, it did. It was a Mounds.
But was it-
Before,
It
All the
How
wasn't
sugar-
sugary is it?
not.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
just
I want it.
Sugar sweet stuff.
Totally want that. I went to a party this weekend and tried 41 beers.
Wow.
Hi.
Damn.
It's an annual party my friend Aaron has, and it's blind taste testing. It's all blind taste tests. Very interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought his moonshine was bad. 41.
Shit, Amy, that's heaven. 41? Come on.
You know, it was just about right too,
41 different
because
beers?
but you know, it was like small sips. Like the beer was served in a shot glass, and you didn't have to drink the whole thing if you didn't like it. So, I drank probably 3/4 of all of them. But it's a fun way to have a party, doing blind taste tests and really find out what people like, not what they think they like. Can be quite different.
Did you get Budweiser?
No.
Yeah.
Luckily they don't try to just like put garbage in there just for fun. It's like it should all be something that's somebody's going to actually like. Usually. But what were some of the fun categories? They did a couple this year which were like a brewery multi-pack against another brewery's multi-pack. So sort of like 4 or 5 beers from one brewery against 4 or 5 beers from another brewery, like just 2 breweries. So that was pretty cool.
What was your favorite beer out of the blind testing?
Well, I think the only one that was really surprisingly drinkable there was a gluten-free category this year, and there was these 2 beers from Mission Brewery.
I've had
They
Mission.
were gluten-free, and they actually tasted like normal beers. I thought that was kind of
They are
interesting.
pretty good.
If you're into gluten-free, especially, I thought that might be really helpful. If you're trying to like entertain somebody who's like actually gluten-free, not just like, not just trying to avoid gluten for some reason, you could serve this beer and be proud. That's like it's not garbage. But I'm trying to think of any. There weren't that many really surprises. Actually, Sierra Nevada Pale Ale was in one of the categories, and this time it came up, quite drinkable. So I don't know, like still, it sort of still had it. I think in the past though I've given it bad ratings. So what does that mean? I don't know.
When I tried the Mission gluten free.
Hey,
I was
Jim Bab.
accidentally at a Red Robin, and I hadn't tried. That was the only beer I hadn't tried for my Untapped when I first started my Untapped account, and I tried it. I thought it was really good too. It didn't taste like a gluten-free beer.
Hey, Jim Bab.
Yo.
I think I know why you kind of like the Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, and I'm going to give you a theory. Okay. The first time you had it, you got it from Chico, California. Okay, which takes a long time, from brewery to your house. Okay, it takes a longer time. But now that their brewery down in Asheville is online and producing beer, it's probably
More
fresher.
fresh. It could be. However, I mean, I guess when I remember, that was my first like proper beer that I could ever order. I mean,
Right.
That was like we're going back decades now. Like before the real dawn of the craft beer revolution. Sometimes there'd be a Sierra Nevada Pale Ale on the menu, and you're like, it was great. It was either that or like Sam Adams or Yingling or something. So
Right.
So
it
also,
was great it was phenomenal at the time, and then
And then you graduated.
yeah, but then it was just kind of neat to come back to it and be like, yeah, it's still pretty good. Yeah, I would still totally drink that. So
I did that about 6 months ago. Came back to it, bought a 12-pack, and was really surprised. I had avoided it for a while.
who knows if the recipe's changed, right?
There's 2 different recipes. There's the one they put in bottles and the ones they put in kegs. The one they put in kegs is like, I think 0.5% higher. It's a different beer.
Interesting.
Yeah. And you also have 2 different breweries making it too.
Yeah,
You've
but
got-
they should be able to do it, pretty, if they're really following the same recipe. Now, you got different water. Local water could make a big difference.
Right.
But otherwise, it's, you should be able to, I would think, get that recipe damn close.
Oh,
Anyway, kudos to them for still making a beer worth drinking after all these years. Not to mention all the other good ones like Torpedo and Optimum.
I still gotta get a 12-pack of the Celebration. The Celebration ales, a delicious winter one. So
I need to get some Bigfoot from this year if I can still find it.
if you can't, I can get it for you. We distribute that.
It's still out. It's like still around.
Yeah, in fact, the place that I have my second job at has a whole bunch of it left.
Okay, I might text you this weekend.
Okay.
I've got 2 4-packs from. I've got 2011, 12, 13, and 14, and I need 15
Okay.
because I want to. Someday, I'm gonna drink this stuff that's in my basement.
I can't make beer last that long. I just can't do it.
We have hundreds of dollars of beer in our basement.
Did any of you buy, speaking of, did you buy the Don't Drink Until Stone?
No, I missed that one.
Well, they had it at my local bottle store, Trade. You're not supposed to drink it right away. You're supposed to buy it and wait till next summer to drink it, which is different from like the Enjoy buy. So how do you know how much to buy? Because is it going to totally suck?
See, that's why I like to get multiple 6-packs and let it sit for a few years. Like these Anchor Christmas ales. It's different every year. So I just started getting these last year. These are going to go down there. I talked to some people that have had some that sat in a cellar for. Jack said that he drank one from 1992 last year.
Oh my God.
Still amazing beer. I'm not going to wait 20 years to drink it, but.
I graduated from high school in 1992. Oh my God.
Oh my God! Speaking of that, so I graduated in '94, and every bar that I've been to recently has had this label on the door that's like, you can't enter here if your birthday wasn't this date, 1994. I'm like, fuck y'all.
Exactly.
It's like, well, I guess that's the year I graduated was the year that you can drink now. It sucks.
Makes you feel good when you get carded, though, you know?
No, that stuff just annoys me.
I can hear this.
Yeah, I hate carding because it's stupid. I don't look like I'm not 21, but they card me. It's dumb. What the hell? They're only doing it because the government scares them into doing it.
I always hate. Yeah. Should you mock them for that?
I still have this false illusion that I actually could possibly look 20 to someone, you know?
You definitely don't look your age. I don't think I look my age most days, but I don't think I look younger than 21 on any day. So I'm like, I'm good if you think I'm 30.
Someone the other day thought I was like 25. I was like, yeah, right.
You can almost double that, right, Chris?
No, that.
Uh-oh.
I got carded. I can tell you this. I got carded at Jewel Osco the other day, and that place is notorious for having people that are under 21 at the checkout lines. So they always have to put their light on and wait for somebody to come over and touch the alcohol because the government says if somebody under 21 touches the alcohol, they turn into a pumpkin or something. So they have to call somebody over to ring me up, and they look at my ID, and then they tell me to take it out of the wallet. That really gets me. So I take it out.
Do they scan it? They run mine through like a magnetic reader.
They did that. They tried to do that to me at Hy-Vee once, and I just left all my shit.
Take it out.
It totally did. I was like, And he was like, no, there's no reason for that. You can see how freaking old I am. There's just like no reason for that.
Yeah, it's always remember to just refuse. Just say no. It's perfectly fine.
I'll take my business elsewhere.
Yep.
Or you don't even have to do that. Just say no.
You know what's stupid is if you buy it in their alcohol department, they scan it. But if you go through the checkout lines, they don't.
They just look at it. So that's what we do now is we go when we buy beer, we take it through the checkout line in the grocery section, and then they just look at your ID and move forward.
We have 2 Jim Babs. It's odd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But whenever I have to open up my IDs, I've got my 2 side by side because we have a state issued ID here. If you're a veteran, it's like because they want to like keep this database full of potentially crazy people. But I mean, I-86 that popsicle joint back in 1996. So there's no way I'm under 21.
Well, since no one asked me what I was drinking.
What are you drinking?
As
Oh, yes,
a,
what are you
as
drinking?
the
Oh, yeah.
host of the Shiznits, all right? I found something that I really liked last year, and I'm glad I got a 6-pack of it this year. I bought it the other day. It's Left Hand Fade the Black.
That's good.
Ooh.
I haven't had that.
It is fucking delicious.
Nice label.
I loved it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I love this beer, and when I got it as a pick of 6, and then when I went back to get more, it was gone. So I loved it.
Mm.
I'm trying to burp. I can't burp. I'm just like.
So what is what type of beer is it, Chris?
It is a stout,
ABV?
8.5.
Sweet. Is there any extra flavoring to it, or is it a straight stout?
It's got like a lot of your dark fruits and your chocolate, and maybe a slight hint of like a molasses, but it's delicious.
It sounds good.
Yes, it does. Good old Fade the Black.
Nice.
Jim,
Yes.
while I'm thinking about it, I have to agree with Michael Dean that Dear Babby is an awesome segment title. He is an awesome.
Okay then. That's settled. That's settled. Now you have to explain what it is you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes.
So on the Fiends.
I was gonna ask, but I thought maybe I just wasn't in the know.
Oh well, yeah. Jim Bab's a fiend, and he does the Freedom Fiends radio show. And on there, they have a segment where people write letters to Babby.
Instead of Dear Abby, it's Dear Babby.
And I don't know. I've only heard the one. Have you guys only done it once? It seems like
it. Yeah.
it seems like all of the letters were from Epic Troll people, which was fantastic. Like, I don't understand. How are you guys so right all the time? How can I be right?
I think that is basically was the guy's question, and I just approached it. I'm like, that's a great question. We get that all the time. Here's what you have to do. You could just be an anarchist. You're right. You know, saves a lot of trouble. It's not that hard. It's pretty funny. Well, at least that proves that somebody actually listens to the show, Nick. Yeah, thanks.
No, I do the podcast on the way to work.
All right, there you go.
I'm not a huge fan of listening to things much. I don't know. It's just me. I'm terrible.
I like talk.
I don't like talk shows, but I like TED Talks. How about that?
Can you shift your camera, Ruby? There you go.
Hi.
Hi. What are some good TED Talks you've seen? I've seen some pretty freaking amazing ones. There are so many that are excellent.
I watched a series the other day that was on how to maintain your love life. And it seems like mundane, but it was a series of like
Is that a problem in your house?
No, there's not.
Oh.
But I was wanting something to be like uplifting and knowledgeable. Like I didn't want to hear sad stories, and I have enough of that already. So it was really interesting what they were talking about, how people respond to desire and want and sexuality. So that was interesting. I like the TED app because on my iPad, I don't know if you know this, but there's an app for TED Talks, and you can actually choose kind of what you want to listen to. So they're like, "What do you want to listen to?" And you're like, "Do you want to be inspired? Do you feel creative?
Liberal douche."
World politics. Like, what do you want to hear? And you can
I want an inspirational 13-year-old kid that has a solution to global warming. Go.
It's like, which one?
Yeah.
Right. That's just a genre. It's a genre. It's not one video.
Play me 3 hours of that.
Well, so there's all these options on like what you want to hear. You can even choose like comedy, and I've done that before, which is awesome. Things that are funny, and they might be inspirational too, but they're also funny, so they're gonna make you laugh.
Did you see the dude who's like, "This is how you use one paper towel"? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and he's like, you shake your hand 12 times, you fold it in half, and then yeah, I've totally seen that one.
I want to punch that guy in the face.
So much for the non-aggression principle.
I want to. I didn't say I would act on that impulse. But I just want to be like, dude, yeah, great. You spent half an hour, like fooling around with a paper towel, like in the bathroom every day. Like you've lost like 3 years of your life, like folding a paper towel. Like, dude, like you're so concerned about the environment, you want to get it down to one paper towel. Dude, just wipe your hands on your pants. Zero paper towels.
Which is like what I do when I walk out of half of the women's restrooms and truck stops and shit that we have to stop at, where I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to walk out of here now and open the door with this finger because I don't touch anything with that.
I hate that. I hate that.
I hate it when it feels like if you wash your hands, they're going to be dirtier than they are right now.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't like it when you can't escape the bathroom without touching the handle. Like,
Yes.
with a paper towel, like if it's like a hand dryer, like I want to like use a paper towel to grab the door to open it with so I can leave, and then throw that paper towel in the trash, right? And like some of them like trick you, and they're like, you try like one. I'm just gonna use one pinky, and like half the people never even wash their hands, like
and then the rest of
all
us do
day.
At Home Depot, they have these things on the bottom of the door, and it's a thing that you can put your toe on and open the door with, pull it towards you. It's
Clever.
It's freaking tastic. That shit needs to catch on.
I don't know any woman, I hope, like ladies, I don't know any woman that flushes a toilet with their hand. Never.
No.
Guys don't do that either.
No.
No, you don't.
As long as it's within foot reach. I'd say if it's like at waist height or below, it's a foot,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Always the foot.
And if
Maybe
it's
chest
flushed,
height or
then
below.
it just doesn't get flushed.
I'll be back in a minute, guys. I'm going to go rinse out my glass. I'm going to get into some good stuff here in a minute.
I got a new beer. This is a pre-Corona Lagunitas.
Pre-corona.
Yeah.
I guess they just got bought by Corona Company.
No, that was back.
What? Was it fake?
No, Lagunitas.
Oh no, I want to hear this.
We'll find out
Okay.
as soon as Chris is done buffering.
Okay, Lagunitas went 50-50 with Heineken. Ballast Point got bought out by.
That's right. Yes. So this is a, I don't know, maybe it's a post-Heineken Lagunitas.
Ballast Point got bought out by Constellation Brands.
That one really threw me for a loop because that place makes such good beers. Ballast Point.
What was that one? I saw one of theirs they had that I really wanted to try. They have like a monster on it or something. I forget. You must
They're
have
all
seen.
named after. No, they're not all named after, but they all have fish on them.
This was like more like a sea monster. Dang, what was it? I'm gonna do a little Google.
This stuff is called Born Yesterday, and it's from the Lagunitas One Hitter series. So, like, see if you can read it.
And what is the deal with the one hitter series?
So they just do different things. Like they're just gonna make this once apparently, and if this is a fan-freaking-tastic beer. It reminds me of the first time that I ever had. It reminds me of the first time I ever had those Stone and Joy By. It's like so good. Have you tried this?
Mm-mm.
Is it an IPA, and what's the alcohol content?
It is a pale ale at 6.7. They just hit it straight. It's so good, though.
Nice.
Remember
That
the
is
first
good.
time we had Enjoy By on tap?
Yeah.
People must have missed us because I've got like 4 viewers now.
Woo! Have 4 viewers.
So they must have missed us.
So I got a new computer. It's a Windows computer. How about that?
Cool.
Really?
Gonna see if it's good for anything.
What you got, Amy?
I got a couple extra bottles of these sitting around. But
Oh,
I got
gingerbread stout.
my precious from Hardywood.
I saw,
These are 9.2, and oh my god.
I saw pictures of you and Scott on the Beer Bullshit page, saying that you are drinking that one.
Oh god, it's so. Oh man. I love you, Chris. You're good. I really don't know if I want to send you this one, or if I want to send you the Bourbon Barrel, or maybe both. Shit, I don't know. They're so freaking good. But you'll have a Merry Christmas.
Happy holly jolly Christmas. It's the
And these
best
are good,
time.
they go down way too smooth, way too fast, and you're wasted, and you're happy. You gotta come visit Hardywood, man. I'm telling you. You and all of y'all, just come down. I'm moving back to my house next month. Everything's gonna be renovated. I got about 4,000 square foot, so I got plenty of room to house y'all. Let's go get wasted. Woo!
Woohoo!
I'm in.
Woohoo! Live again.
Sounds-
Virginia.
All right. I'm down with that.
Sounds like a vacation.
Oh, and we're putting a kegerator in the house. So in the formal parlor where like the library and stuff is, we're gonna have like a double kegerator. So
That's awesome. We have a keg
awesome stuff.
with
You
along
can
with
read that beer.
along with a Street Fighter 2 stand-up arcade game.
Anything.
What is that?
I bought this the other day.
Where the fuck did that come from? You hiding shit from me?
Nope.
What the fuck? Whoa. What is that?
It's a gift pack.
What the fuck?
It's
Talking
it's
about their regional stouts, so I wanted to talk about mine.
Oh, the one that you're hiding from me.
Yeah,
it's controversial.
Yeah, you are. You're hiding it from me.
not really.
Whatever. I'm gonna go buy some shit tomorrow and hide it from you.
So, Four Hands out of St. Louis, they make some fantastic beers. One of them is their chocolate milk stout. I've never had any of the milk except for the chocolate milk stout. The chocolate milk stout tastes like chocolate milk. It's really good. Just don't think of it as beer. It's chocolate milk.
And you know what? And you
I
know
respect
what? We got a case of that at Friar, and it sold out like that.
Yeah. So every like 10th batch of chocolate milk stout that they make peanut butter chocolate milk stout, and I got a bottle of it. It's called Absence of Light. Got like some goober monster on it.
Which brewery is that from?
Four Hands.
I don't think I can get that out here.
Nope.
Hopefully soon. So then I got this gift box set. It's got a couple extra ones that I'd never even heard of. So this one is the horchata chocolate milk stout.
I love horchata.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So vanilla and cinnamon and chocolate. This one is the tiki milk stout, which is chocolate milk stout with coffee, chocolate, and coconut.
Is this what we're doing Christmas Eve?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yay!
So Chris, if you see this box set, this thing is fantastic. $22, 3 bombers, and a special glass.
Wow.
Buy it, buy it, buy it.
I guess
Wow,
this
that's awesome.
it's like a
Mason jar.
The beers sound great.
I need to put this up so I don't drink it.
That might be a good idea.
Yeah.
You take the glass out and put the other one in there.
Oh, sure.
It doesn't fit.
No.
I guess you have to drink one then.
Don't encourage them, Amy.
Now, if they would just make a gingerbread stout.
I guess this is what we're doing Christmas Eve.
Mhm.
We're gonna have all 3 of these Christmas Eve.
4.
4 of them.
Maybe we need to raid Virginia and get some of that famous gingerbread stout that Miss Amy there.
I didn't hide it from you. I bought it in when I bought everything else, and I just took it downstairs with everything else.
bragging so much about.
There's no way my car's gonna make it. It started.
I know. The thing is, I hope by the time it gets to you, I hope that like you're like, yeah, this is crap. Amy sucks.
No, because if it's 9 point something, it's still good for a while.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of good, all right.
Yeah.
I was at my second job, and they had some expired Ruination,
It only get
and
better.
That's what I was thinking.
and the boss lady said get rid of it, right? Somehow get rid of it because it's a month past due.
Straight
So-
into the trunk of my car.
So one of the guys said, "Here, Chris, I know you like this. Take it home." He gave me 4 22-ounce bombers of it.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
I was just like, this is still good for another 3 months. It's a double IPA. I was like, yeah, I'll drink it.
That's
I had a
awesome.
Ruination 10 that I think was like 2 years old, and it was great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, anything double will last past the. It may the hoppiness may have gone down a little bit, but it's still very drinkable. So.
Hey, Nick, can you hear me?
He's coming up the basement. Hang on a second.
Okay. He's a computer expert, right?
Yes, he is.
Florida.
I'm a master of PCs and Macs.
Not the time.
He is the Mac.
You're just the man I need.
Mac.
Trying to set up the stupid PC. It's completely retarded.
Yeah, that's about right.
I swear to God, there's no like audio control panel. Like what happened?
Does it have Windows 7 or 10 or 8?
10.
So if you right-click on the volume control down by the clock, and there's a mixer that you get to that way.
Open volume mixer. Okay. I'm not getting any sound out of the machine, but I see the levels jumping up and down. What does that mean?
Do you have something HDMI hooked up to it?
Nope, I have this USB microphone plugged in. But I'm seeing when there's sound, I can see the levels go up and down on the mixer.
Okay.
It's called something different in Windows 10. Give me a second.
He'll figure it out for you.
It's called preferred.
I just into the bullshit component of the program.
Computers. We're gonna fix your computer right here.
I
Right
mean, so this is funny. I've got the Mac going over here, and I can hear. I got sound coming out. I got the mic plugged into the PC over here, but I can't get any audio output working.
It's probably trying to send the audio out the microphone.
That's
There's
what
a way that you change it to say, stop being stupid.
Where's the stop being stupid Windows setting?
It's probably at settings under headset or something.
I got
Right-click
system devices.
you right-click the stupid volume thing.
Uh-huh.
Go to playback devices.
I got devices, speakers, and then there's speakers. Let's try this other setting, whatever it might be. Okay, say something.
No.
I'm getting nothing at all.
Did you do what I said? You right-click on the thing down by the clock. The volume, and you go to playback devices.
Yeah.
And then it lists your stuff, and you change it to speakers or whatever.
Make some noises.
No, I will not make noise. I refuse to make noise.
I'm getting no audio out of this thing. It could be
That's
broken,
probably
right? I got it. It's like it's brand new.
That's fucked up.
I'll try restarting it.
That usually works with Windows.
I gotta say, like Windows is such a dog. Even this hardware, it's a Toshiba. It was recommended. It's like it's plastic. I'm like, shit.
Did you buy this for Fiend Phone?
Yeah. Also for the Ghost Gunner.
All right.
It's not completely useless.
Well, if that doesn't work, we can do a screen share and I can fix it for you.
All right, we won't have to waste the valuable time of the Beer and Bullshit audience doing tech support for Windows.
We now have
It's gotta be
negative
about the most
4
boring.
viewers.
I'm debating on what to drink next. So
Can you hear me now? Did the sound change much when I switched machines?
not really.
Not anymore.
All right, I got a new beer. It is the Zombie Monkey
Sounds
by
familiar.
Tallgrass. So it's a 6.2.
Want this?
And the IBUs is only 35. So got that the other day. Looked interesting. Like okay, I needed a beer from each distributor to drink. So I try to spread my wealth around a little bit. So
That's very thoughtful of you.
oh, I know it's very thoughtful. So, but I had to get into the winter beers kind of spirit. So even though I still got some fall beers left.
I'm telling you, I still have this much of my Backwoods Bastard left, and I feel like I had about 2 beers. Pretty solid.
Well, Jim Bab at 11%, that is almost like 2 beers.
Almost. If I drank the whole thing, it would be about like 2 session beers.
Aren't your session beers 10%?
Nah, no. Like I'd say between 7 and 8.5.
So, what can we bullshit about tonight?
Hey, what's wrong with Lou Rockwell?
Oh, him not favoring open borders?
What the hell happened to that dude?
He fell off the gravy train.
No, his gravy train is those conservatives, not the libertarians. So I think that's where that came from.
I couldn't believe that. I was like, what the fuck is this guy?
Oh, I can totally believe it because it's the exact same position that Ron Paul had. It's the exact same position that Ron Paul's Institute pushes. It's the standard from that little school, that like little conservative right libertarian segment. Like
Right.
they always have that. Hans Hermann Hoppe, etc.
So, yeah, and this whole thing with the Syrian rebels, refugees and stuff.
Yeah. Like, really? This is a time when you're going to suddenly become pro-state and say, no, I'm sorry, those poor huddled masses can fuck off.
When I read stuff like that, Jim Bab, I thought of the Statue of Liberty, and I'm like, let's just give that fucker back to France.
Yeah.
Why not?
I saw your posting about that too. That was. I don't understand why 9.2% beer is not making me more articulate.
You haven't had enough.
I don't understand why we can't just vet them the way we would anyone else. My only problem I have with a ton of refugees coming over is if they come under state-sponsored programs, which I know that that's going to happen in some way or fashion. I'd love for people to be able to come over here and be helped, but I don't want for them to come over here and become part of the welfare state, which becomes part of the state.
I just don't want a bunch of jackass politicians deciding that, trying to centrally plan all of this, because that just adds to the intervention that they started.
Oh,
Well,
no, that's exactly the thing, Jim. Is they started this.
Exactly.
Right.
What we need to do is get, like I saw something from Huffington Post, this group of religious leaders that has traditionally been responsible for helping immigrants, said, "Oh, Obama, why don't you come up with a new program where you pay us to help immigrants or some kind of crap like that?" I'm like, really, you're going to Obama to help solve this problem? Like, those are the guys that made the problem. If somebody's going to solve the problem, it's going to be different people. It's going to be like regular people that say, you know what, I've got a basement, I'm going to help them out. I'm going to put a family in my own basement. Or, you know what, I got $100. Let me, what can I do to just, hook up an arriving family, help them with the transition.
It's
Now,
gotta be.
those are the type of things that I have no issue with. The only thing I have an issue with is with, if we bring over a ton of people and, it's all funded by our tax dollars. That's really the only problem I have. And that's the way the program looks ridiculous. To be kind of set up to me.
Well, the thing about that is our tax dollars don't pay for that shit. They just make that money up anyhow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's all funny money. We know that, but.
Well, I mean, beyond that, like, the money that they steal from us doesn't pay for that stuff. The money that they steal from us doesn't even pay for the interest on the debt we already have.
Right, that's just to control our spending habits.
Right.
They print what they really need.
But at the same time, there's got to be some kind of free market approach to allowing, if they want to come over, all right, allowing them to reestablish their lives here, whether if it's permanently or temporarily.
Exactly, and I'm pretty much everyone I know would be willing to provide some kind of assistance if you knew, it wasn't going to just get pissed away by some government program. Right? Like, I would certainly, I mean, really, it's not going to take a whole lot to make a huge difference in a family's life. So, I think most people are like, just wish, like, how can they help? And then the poor people that are helping them, there's such bigotry going on out there that maybe they're even scared to advertise that they're helping, new arrivals, right? Because of frickin' xenophobic redneck motherfuckers, like somebody like vandalized a bookstore because it had ISIS in the name.
I saw that. That was the most ridiculous thing I'd seen in a long time.
Imagine
the bookstore had probably been there for a decade or longer.
Yeah, I mean, how stupid is that? But let's just say you were a mosque and you had channels and you were were in a position of being able to provide aid to new arriving families, right? Like, they can't even advertise that because some redneck would decide that's an excuse to have a violent outburst and express their bigotry over. So, just.
Here's a bit of bigotry I'm looking at on my wall right this second. Not taking in Syrian refugees and closing our borders isn't mean or heartless. I lock the doors to my house every night. I don't lock them because I hate the people outside my house. I lock them because I love the people inside my house.
That's retarded. Right. to confuse your own home with a 3,000-mile-long continent and say... And to not understand the difference between, like, a whole frickin' land and your own home? Jesus. People are disgusting. And it's all over my Facebook, too. That's why it's got me pissed off. I'm like, who are all these people? And it's like, well, even the Lou Rockwells and the Chris Cantwells and the shit are, like, coming in on, better do something about that border. Like, what the fuck? What kind of fucking anarchists?
All it's going to do is get Trump elected.
Saw this opportunity long ago. He's like, everyone's a racist dumbass. Let's see. Yeah, I'll go with that. Yeah, I could be racist dumbass. Sure. It sells, especially in the Republicans. Sure.
I'm kind of at a loss for words. It's so disgusting. It just really pisses me off.
I want to find some. I want to find a family that I can like move into my basement. You know. Or the next best thing might be to, work with a charity that's, providing some, low-cost apartments or something.
I always wanted a basement family that I could force to do my laundry.
How did that get turned around?
They would probably be eager to be hired to do laundry.
I have a laundry chute. Maybe it would start working again.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Oh, why not? Yeah, you got Ruby. What do you need? What do you need some migrants
I
for?
hate laundry. I do laundry. It's just in piles upstairs. Clean. They're clean.
Laundry Mountain.
Laundry Mountain.
It's clean.
Clean laundry mountain.
One trick to not having too much laundry is to not have too many clothes.
Yes, Nick. Yes, Nick. How about that?
All right, I'll just get rid of all my clothes.
Is that a Sriracha T-shirt you're wearing?
It
That's
is.
what I was wondering.
I hated that beer, by the way.
You hated it?
Hated it.
I loved it. It was
The
really good.
Sriracha beer?
Yep.
It just sounds sick to me. That doesn't sound. I mean, I would certainly try it, but it just doesn't.
You have to try it.
Intuitively, it doesn't sound like something I'd like.
I love chili beers, so it
And
was.
so do I. So I would try it, but there's just something about Sriracha in my beer that just seems wrong.
It was really good.
You both approve, and you both
Yeah.
like chili beers, Ruby?
Yeah, I do.
The only thing I didn't approve was that it was only like 4%.
What a waste.
I know. Was that it was only
What were the other flavors that were with it? I don't even know what style of beer it was.
Oh, it's been months. Oh, it was a stout or a porter.
Yeah, it was a stout.
It was more of a porter, I think.
It was. I don't know. It was not good. I drank it because I bought it.
I think I still have
I
them.
felt obligated.
Is it over there?
No, there's a bottle there. It would be downstairs if you still had it.
But
I
no,
just
I
I
tell you, I mean,
resisted it because it just seemed too gimmicky to me. I don't know, like that whole stone donut thing or whatever. Like I don't do that.
Oh, the voodoo? That didn't even
That's Rogue.
bottle.
Oh,
Yeah.
Rogue, right?
Yeah,
Who was the Sriracha is Rogue too, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I meant Rogue. With their, maple
Maple
looking
bacon donut.
bottles. I give them that, but
I tried the maple bacon donut, and I also tried the lemon whatever.
Yeah, right.
I like the lemon one. The lemon one was alright. I mean, it was.
After I tried the lemon one, I was like, you can keep your fucking pink bottle bullshit. I'm never buying it again.
It was a brunch beer for me, so that was a breakfast beer.
Maybe that would make the
It was
difference.
good at noon.
like a breakfast in bed beer.
Yeah, something like that.
Breakfast in bed after sex beer.
No, I don't do that anymore. I'm abstinent.
At least during
Amy.
breakfast.
Amy.
I have
Bullshit.
gingerbread stout. I do not need sex.
Bullshit.
Somebody told me that I can get. If that's the one, I might be able to get that here at Wegmans. Somebody told me they saw piles of it at the Wegmans locally.
You should be able to. Hardywood did a super mass production because it's been so limited the last couple of years that you should be able to get it. But anyways, it's put out by Hardywood. The gingerbread stout's great, and they've got a couple variations. Like I said, the bourbon barrel's my personal favorite, but all of it is just candy. It's better than sex.
Wow. Either
Next
your
Friday's
life
Bourbon
is
County.
terrible, or that
So
beer is pretty good.
either the beer's really good or the sex I've been having was really bad.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. It's still either way. I want to try that beer.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I don't know.
That's the new advertising campaign. This beer is so good, it's better than sex.
That's a tough claim.
Like I said, it all depends on the sex you're getting.
Next Friday is Bourbon County Day.
Mm-hmm.
Bourbon
What does
County
that
Black
mean?
Friday.
It's Bourbon County all day long. Is that what you're saying?
No, that's when they release it, and that's when
Oh.
it sells out. Next Friday.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got my $12 bottles last year. I don't think I'll be getting it again this year.
Yeah.
It's way better if you let it sit a few years. It's usually too sweet when it comes out, but they have a keg tapping next Friday, and they tap barley wine, Bourbon County, and the coffee Bourbon County, and the regular one. So we went last year. I'm hoping to make it again this year.
Is that at Kemp's?
Yeah.
Is that Black Friday?
Yep.
Well, how are you going Black Friday shopping and we're going to Kemp's?
I'm not going Black Friday shopping.
I thought you were.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to get me a phone.
Yeah, that's Thursday night.
That's bullshit.
I'm shopping on Thanksgiving.
I know.
At like 9 o'clock.
That's
What else are we
bullshit.
gonna do?
Oh.
Drink beer.
Yeah. Be drunk.
I won't get you any phone.
Fuck.
I tell you, the thing that's really
After
kills me
spending
about the
all
whole
that time
thing,
after spending all that time with the family and stuff, you
need
go
to get
home
out.
and say, "Shit, I need to get fucking drunk."
Now, I tell you, the thing that's really been driving me nuts about the whole Facebook thing, one is because my news feed, for like a day was consumed with nothing but France, and then consumed with nothing but France and Ronda Rousey, and then, everyone with all of their different immigration status crap, and everyone I can't tell one of my friends from the other because they've all got that stupid fucking French flag, and I don't understand people worshiping a friggin' flag.
It's a false
They all look
flag.
the same to me. I'm like, idiot, 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 idiot.
It's a false flag because all flags are false.
People kept wanting me to they kept tagging me in things they wanted me to do and post, and I was just like, I kept hiding them and deleting them, and I was just like, I'm having a shitty life, just like my personal fucking life is shitty as fuck right now, and I don't need to support anybody else's shitty fucking life right now. And I don't want to be a part of your war propaganda or your war support or whatever. It all sucks, yes, but I don't want to be that person. I'm just not that person. Will people put a flag up of me saying, "I'm sorry, your life sucks, Ruby"? No, that's not going to happen. So, I don't know. It just pisses me off. So, every single time, even today, somebody tagged me in something, and I was like, no. Just, could you not do that shit, okay? Please. I don't want to be a part of your anti-war propaganda. Even though I'm totally anti-war, I completely am anti-war. I'm all love and peace, but, I don't want to be, I'm not sharing this.
Sometimes don't you just have enough of your own personal shit going on to where everyone else's problems can wait just for a minute to
Yep, that's me
get
right
your own
there.
life together? Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Your own life.
That is exactly me right now. I just have enough personal shit going on that I don't need anybody else's shit right now.
Well, you know what? I think that's a healthy attitude for anybody at almost any time. To not be afraid to put themselves in the center of their own life and take care of their own shit first. Nothing wrong with
Thank
that.
you. I agree.
So I haven't been on here since I had shoulder surgery.
Oh yeah,
Now tell us about the drugs you've received.
Yes.
they were good.
They
for a
were
little.
good. They didn't give me enough. The freaking assholes.
Fucking Obamacare and
never
their fucking
give
death
enough.
panel. Hey, listen, you survived the death panel, so consider yourself.
Let me give you my quick speech on how bullshit the DEA is, because they scare the shit out of doctors to give people what they need to make it through the pain that they're in at the time.
Yes.
So I had a shit ton of work done in my shoulder. I had a labrum repair, a slap repair, a Bankart repair. It was like, and a bicep reattachment. That's like 4 distinct procedures all at once.
Yow.
Ouch.
It hurt so bad. I couldn't move.
Your fingers.
I couldn't move my fingers. I couldn't move my... Anyhow, so they started me off with Percocet. And that doesn't even phase it. Not, maybe without that I would have been crying 100%, but I spent a good amount of time crying anyhow because it just hurt so bad. After a week, they cut that down to something else.
Hydrocodone.
Some Norco. But so as the week went by, my pain starts to go down like this. And here's the level that the pain pills are providing. So the pain's like, and then as soon as it gets here, and I'm starting to get a little bit less pain.
And he can sleep.
And I can sleep at night. They're like, nope, move this. Now, another 2 weeks of this bullshit until I meet up again, and then, nope, drop that down. And then I was so pissed.
So he's still pretty much in pain, like all the time.
I can move my arm around. They gave me a cortisone shot. That's good. That seemed to have helped a lot. They probably should have done that a long time ago.
But he has been in significant amounts of pain. He can't help me with anything around the house. I had to haul all of the Christmas shit out of the attic.
There's leaves all over the yard. There's shit broke around the house. I can't do anything.
Oh.
So you really do need a Syrian family to come help you.
I do.
And I don't think that's being like disrespectful to the Syrian family, who would probably be grateful for an opportunity to contribute in exchange for the wonderful house to be at. So let's make that happen.
They should come.
Plus, I'm scared to climb on the second-story gutters. They can get up there on that roof and clean out those gutters.
I'm not doing that either.
I'd come do it for you for some of that beer you got.
Just do the beer after the gutter work, please.
I can be your Virginia recipe.
So yeah, the doctors are scared to provide what they know needs to happen.
What about the black market? Have you checked the Silk Road?
Yeah, it's not really around anymore.
What's the equivalent?
I don't know. I'm not doing that shit.
Oh man, see, that's the chilling effect of destroying people's lives for just helping. Anyway, well, somebody's got to make. Where do you get these drugs are available? I mean, can't you go down to the local elementary school and get them from some kid on the playground?
That's a good idea.
Middle school, maybe.
There's just so many bottles laying around. I've got stuff
that's mine. You don't
that's
want to
not
take
yours.
that.
There's so many bottles. No matter what I could find at the elementary school, I've got a bottle with a prescription that matches it. So.
Well, is there any danger? Are these drugs habit forming, or are you concerned about that at all? Or
well, that's why they cut them. They're opiate.
But I mean, even though I'm sure the DEA and their fear of the DEA completely overreacts, is there any legitimate concern in there, or are you concerned about that at all?
Oh no, I'm not concerned about it at all.
Okay, good.
No. Hydrocodone's pretty addictive, but I mean you got to take a lot of it for a long period of time, and if you're just hating life and your shit hurts, it helps.
Take it. Jesus Christ, take it.
That's what it's there for.
Life is too short to suffer.
That's exactly what I'm saying. And the thing that pisses me off is I'm telling the doctor about it, and she's sitting there acting like I'm a crackhead, trying to lie to them and con them into giving me pills. I fucking goddamn, I was so pissed.
I mean, here's the guy that
How about a different doctor?
Couldn't sleep in bed for 2 months. And then finally gets to sleep in bed, and then they change his medication, and then he can't sleep in bed all night, so he comes to bed, but then he gets up 4 hours after sleeping because he can't sleep in bed. Then he goes back down to the couch to sleep, and it's it's disruptive for both of us. It's freaking terrible.
What about a different doctor?
He's
Why not?
apparently the best in town. So.
You know, Jim, I probably should have, but
Well, it's not too late. You know,
So-
you can always go to somebody else and be like, look, this is my situation. You know, I've got these prescriptions and they work, but the doctor seems to have his head up his ass and he's afraid of the DEA, and I need to get the proper levels. You know, can you take a look at my med levels and see if they're appropriate for my pain level? You
so
know,
there
there's
are
that-
doctors called like pain
Right.
management doctors,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and those are the ones that'll do it for you.
Look up a doctor who specializes in fibromyalgia.
Yeah.
Yeah, those doctors are normally pretty familiar with pain management. That might be able to help you a little
Well,
more.
and really, I believe any physician could prescribe those meds. So even your family doctor, I believe, could just be like, yeah, fuck it, I'm writing the fucking script. Fuck you, fuckers.
Yeah, I wish I had a family. Yeah. So I mean,
I wish, man, I bet you wish you didn't jump off that cliff that day. Man.
yeah, pretty much.
You
So
gotta stop fighting tigers and all that kind of stuff. No.
You know, it could have been worse though. I remember my uncle like blew his knee out like getting up off the couch.
oh yeah,
Like, how'd you do that? Oh, getting up off the couch. You know, like at least you have something. You can be like, yeah, it was, you know,
Jumping off a cliff.
yeah.
so I got tired of explaining the whole story to everybody.
Just make up new stories.
I did. I was wrestling a bear. I fought a tiger. I got to the point where I said, I'm not going to tell you unless you sign this HIPAA document.
Oh man.
I need a non-disclosure agreement before I can tell you.
Yeah, there's going to be the
Otherwise, I'll
maid.
have to kill you.
Well, due to the pending
You better be
litigation.
careful.
Yeah, due to pending litigation, of course, you can't comment on that.
You better be careful. He's gonna start pulling some Charlie Sheen shit out of your garage.
Oh my God, no!
Surprise! I have AIDS.
Whoa.
Losing!
Stays here.
Losing!
Hey, let's not make fun of poor Charlie Sheen for having AIDS. God, man, I don't wish that on anybody.
No, but like
He never did anything wrong.
He's had sex with over 50,000 women. Who feels sorry for him?
Wait, you mean he was out there spreading it?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah. There was a class action against him from
Yeah.
a bunch of people that got AIDS from him.
No shit.
Yeah,
Oh, I
that's
had
why
no
he's had to
idea.
come public with it right now.
So basically, he's a murderer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I used to like the guy. He was kind of
Wow.
out there,
No,
cuckoo, whatever.
he's
But now, fuck that guy.
Wow,
not
I
a
had
murderer.
no idea.
He's not a murderer. He's an attempted murderer. These
So
people
no
aren't
one yet
dead
has
then.
died. No one yet has died from his AIDS.
Or his
He's
Because-
HIV positive, not full in it.
HIV positive, because not everybody who has HIV goes full blown AIDS.
Yeah, you
Right,
have
so-
to have millions of dollars because that's what keeps the AIDS away. Like Magic Johnson,
Yeah.
he's got HIV. What they say on South Park? How you get it? The cure to keep AIDS away? If you have HIV, you like blend up money and shoot it in your veins.
Wow.
I don't know. The whole thing's really sad. Like, I don't wish HIV on anyone. However, I have actually known a person in my past who had HIV who gave it to 3 other people that I knew, and I was
Knowingly?
really appalled at that. And I don't know how many more people he's given it to since then. So
Wow.
I can't support that at all. Like, that's, I don't know what to say about it. Like, I can't support that kind of
course not.
mentality.
Of course not. But wow, I had no idea that there was other people involved. You know,
Yeah.
and they're saying that he knew this and he didn't, he was aware of this.
Right.
Yes.
And he spread it to who knows how many women.
That's so sad.
And those women, how
From what I understand,
and
it wasn't
then-
just women either.
right?
What
I mean, and then how many of those women,
True.
and how many of those women has spread it to other guys?
Yeah.
Right, and how many tigers did he give it to?
Well, from my understanding, they were mostly porn stars, and some of the ones that would have sex with him would go to work the next morning to do work. So, I don't know.
I know,
I don't know what's true and what's not true. But it's,
porn industry, they
I don't
do
know.
testing like every month.
But that
Be
doesn't happen to the next
Be
day.
careful who you're screwing. See, why I say I don't have sex. At least not very often.
All you guys that are watching the Beer and Bullshit show, I want to let you know I want you to know one thing. Wrap that with.
It makes sense for a variety of reasons.
Wear your raincoat in
wrap
the
that
shower
in.
always.
Wrap it.
Man.
And Charlie Sheen was kind of hot back in the day too, which is a shame.
Yeah, he was like back in the day. You're right. Not anymore. He looks like hell. He looks like he has HIV.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And he's old enough to be my dad.
Well, what about his brothers? Aren't his brothers in movies too?
Emilio.
Emilio
Oh,
Estevez,
you
yes.
Haven't seen him in like 30 years, right?
No, you got oh.
No, what about? Isn't there another one? No, somebody else.
No, it's just him and Emilio Estevez, isn't it?
I thought there was a third one too.
Well, his dad, Martin.
No,
His
you
dad,
got Martin.
Martin.
Oh, Dad, Martin.
Sheen.
That's who I'm thinking of. Okay.
So,
His dad is a more respected actor, right?
yeah.
Yeah, he's never been winning.
Wow.
Say no to crack, kids. Say no to crack.
Crack. Yeah, exactly.
A hell of a drug.
Butt and otherwise. Speaking of butt cracks, we went to this show this past, I don't know, last weekend, and it was for the Hillbilly Casino, so it's like a rockabilly band, and there was this super freaking trashy guy there, and
5'0" nothing.
5'0" and kissing on the ugliest woman in the house. And I don't, it was just one of those things where you're just like, I don't really know what's going on here, because she looks like 10 or 15 years your senior, and she looked like an old woman, and he was maybe 50, and she looked like she was 70, and he, sucking her face, and doing all this stuff, and so he gets completely trashed. He's so incredibly trashed, and so the first band plays, and we're sitting at a table right behind them. And the woman he's macking on is sitting in a chair kind of beside me. So it's just the two of us at a table and then their table. And he comes over and he starts licking her ear and shit. Meanwhile, he's bent over in my face and his butt crack is hanging out of his pants. Inches from my face. And I was just kept looking at Nick and I was like, fuck! All the things I want to do to this motherfucker's butt crack right now. Stick my beer bottle down it. I was just could you get your ass out of my face? It's enough that I'm having to watch you make out with this woman in front of me, which is completely disgusting. I told Nick later, I was like, I don't ever want to kiss you in public again. Because that was the most disgusting shit I've ever seen in my life. I know people kissing people is really cute. This was so gross. I was like, I don't ever want to kiss you in public again. That has ruined every bit of everything for me. So then later on in the night, after this whole ass crack in my face incident, I'm up near the stage and I'm right at the front of the stage and he keeps trying to get in front of me even though there's literally 2 inches between me and the front of the stage. And I'm like, fuck you, dude. I'm standing here. You're not going to get here. And so he keeps pushing at me, and he's all drunk, and he's wearing cowboy boots. And mind you, I'm like wearing like little slip-on, slipper shoes or whatever. They're
So
not
you
cowboy
kicked him in the
boots.
nuts, and then what?
Oh my god!
No, like
No, there's like. Luckily, it was near the end of the show because we really
Maybe,
thought
like-
some shit was gonna happen.
maybe like pre-surgery. The easy way to take care of it is you just like shove the guy, and they go away. But I couldn't even do that.
So he's like dancing next
I
to
bet
me.
he had tiger blood flowing through his veins.
It was so bad.
More like Miller Lite.
Yeah, exactly. No, Pabst Blue Ribbon.
PBR.
PBR. Yeah, and so he's like dancing all up on me, and he gets really close to me, and I keep shoving him away with my elbow, and I'm like, don't fucking step on my feet, like, because cowboy boots will fucking crush my feet, and anyway, so he steps on my feet like multiple times, and then he turns around, and I kid you not, he butt checks me, like as in fun, like in dancing, like I'm gonna butt check you now, lady standing there. I'm gonna butt check you, and I was just like, fuck you, and I like slammed him forward. He turned around, and he was like, what? And I was like, get the fuck away from me! I was like, just get
You
out
went
of
like
this.
Ronda Rousey on him, or fuck
Oh
yeah,
my god!
fuck that. Good job, Ruby. Yeah, that's exactly what you should do, and don't hesitate to do that again.
He was like,
Hell
I'm
yeah.
sorry, I was just trying to dance with you. I was like, stay out of my space. I was like, this is my space. I was like, stay the fuck out of it.
I think you made that explicitly clear to that dumbass.
and just so you know, like, we go to shows all the time. Sometimes being up front, it's a pushy, shovey, kind
I
of
get it.
slamming into each other, mosh, whatever type.
I get
show.
it.
That wasn't it.
No, it wasn't. It
No.
was not that kind of a show.
It was not that kind of show.
This
It was
dude's
like people
lucky he walked away from this encounter. Okay, I'm seriously. That dude could have easily been just taken out. Okay, like there's no need for a guy like that, and
No, but like, I mean, it was just, and I think it offended me even more because of the whole ass crack thing earlier, which clearly he didn't know about. But I mean, I saw this much of his ass crack in my face for like 5 or 10 minutes while he was licking on the old woman in front of me.
you should have like dumped like a pitch of ice water down it or something.
I
Like,
know, right? I seriously things are going through my head. You have no idea. I really
Well,
Whatever
don't.
happened to the old songs in the 90s? Give me that butt.
I wanted no part of his butt touching me. When he totally like butt checked me, like I was just like, no, fuck you, get the fuck away from me.
we should take this moment to note that we have a selection of beer and bullshit females that take no shit from anybody. Okay, I just want to just note the caliber. Okay. Some outstanding ladies on our show. Outstanding. Most impressive.
My anaconda don't want none unless she got guns, man.
I don't have it in the gun. Keep your ass away from me.
Ruby, that would be like me trying to like push you out of the way with like my little skinny bum.
He was smaller than me. He was. I'll say that. Like I could have taken him. And as drunk as he was, it probably would have been like one punch. But like I wasn't even like fighting. I just didn't want him. I'm like, don't touch me. Like there's a billion other people here and nobody is touching me. Why are you touching me?
Let me guess too. Was he like sweaty with like people juice?
Yeah.
People juice is gross.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People juice is gross.
That's why there's bouncers in this world. Okay, bounce that fucker out of there, man.
I think he was friends with the owner.
Yeah. He seemed to be friends with people there that did not seem to be of his caliber in life, which I did not understand because I was like, this guy is a complete drunk ass idiot motherfucker. Like, what the fuck? So I don't know.
Was the show okay otherwise?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was
Hell yeah. The show was good. I got up on stage.
awesome.
I got invited on stage to dance. Yeah, I did.
They had this song called 80085, where if you If you type that into a calculator,
Also, there's a picture on Facebook
That's
in the
boobs.
shirt.
yeah. 80085 is the zip code of heaven. Boobs.
Boobs.
So they had a T-shirt there, and like so we thought we were going to go see the show. Then we decided we weren't going to go see the show, but we were going to go out to a bar with some friends. So I put on like some kind of conservative bullshit clothes to go out to this bar with friends because I've been having a shitty month and I didn't really feel like dressing up, and I haven't felt like dressing up in a little while. So it's like I didn't really feel like doing anything, and then we get to the bar and we have a couple of drinks with friends, and then. Nick's like, well, what's now? And I was like, well, we could always drive an hour to see this show that we were going to go see, which we didn't want to go see. And so he was like, yeah, let's do that. So we get there, and there's these other women there, and I'm like, oh, my God, I think I'm their age, but, like, I don't want to look like I'm their age. It just sucks, Like, I'm, like, in mom clothes or some shit, and I'm, like, not really feeling comfortable. And so they finally break out some merchandise, and one of them was this shirt that says 80085, and I was like, I'm going to go get that. So I went and bought it, and I went to the bathroom, and I put it on. And then when they sang the song, they, like, had me up on stage to, like, shake my tits at everyone. Yep, because I got some big uns, and they shake nicely. So
As people, some people may have seen.
Not counting the 5 foot tall guy.
Some people may have seen the Beer and Bullshit Facebook page.
You know what? I'll wear that shirt next show. How about that? I'll wear the 80085 shirt, the boob shirt.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I've seen your dresses. You're adorable when you get up in your little dresses.
I know, and like normally I do that, but like I seriously like I've been having a really shitty kind of time, so I just didn't feel like taking the time that I don't know if you know what I mean. Like I'd rather sleep or something. So
Whatever it takes.
Maybe that'll wear off soon. I hope. We have a lot of shows coming up.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Apparently tomorrow. So yeah, I'll try to look cute tomorrow. And hopefully I won't have to ass check, butt check anybody or whatever, or check out anybody's butt. God.
Your restraint is very impressive, I have to say. The fact that dude did not end up like sprawled on his ass like across 3 rows of chairs.
You know what? I just want people to stay out of my space. It's like nobody else was like up in your shit. Like, yeah, you bumped into people and stuff, but nobody else was like touching you or like rubbing on you. And this guy was not behaving appropriately for the situation whatsoever. So yeah, thank you, Jim Bab. I do try to show some restraint. I don't like to kick everybody's ass.
Well, exactly, right? Just knowing what could have happened and what did happen is really admirable. Your commitment to nonviolence and peaceful resolution of conflict.
I tried. I think it worked. We ended up leaving shortly
if
after.
You just wanted to go straight for his balls with your knee, that would be fine too.
Yeah, I kind of did. But only his ass was showing, so.
Well, speaking of holding restraint, okay. I don't know if you guys saw on my Facebook page today that someone just walked into my house unwelcomed. Okay.
Scary.
And it was an Asian lady. Okay. And I heard.
No, where'd you go?
And it's just me and my son at home, okay? And I hear this hello, and I get out of my seat. I come out rushing out of the bedroom, and I'm like, who are you and who are you looking for? And she's like, you could barely understand her because her English is very broken. All right? So
I'm pretty sure in any language you knock before entering.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Pretty sure.
I didn't hear a knock.
I don't care what language you speak. Knock knock is what you do before you go into someone's home.
I didn't hear a knock. or if she did like maybe real quickly and
No, you knock, and the
it's
person
unlocked.
who owns the home opens the door.
Right.
That's the way that works.
And I'm like, who are you looking for? And she handed me this piece of paper, and it's like all in Chinese. I was like, okay, I can maybe understand French or Spanish or German. I don't understand no Chinese. I can't
And there's
understand
I think
characters.
there's like apps where you can like use it to like visually translate. Have you ever seen one of those things?
Yeah, I've seen one, but I don't have it. Okay.
Right.
So,
Not when someone just walks through his front door at random.
No, I'm not saying you should have said, "Hold on while I download an app, and we'll
I'd have
get
been
this
like,
translated
"Hold
right
on,
away."
my
That would be
AK-47."
hilarious.
anyway,
But see, Chris is 6'8" and I'm 5 foot tall, so
she had
I'm
my
like,
address on.
just asking questions.
She had my
like, hey, can I download an app? I'm like, hi, I've got a Kalashnikov.
She had my address down there on the paper, and I'm like, I don't know who you're looking for, but we've lived here for the last 10 years. All right, so if you're looking for somebody different, either they're pulling a prank on you or something, because
Either way, get the fuck out.
it's like you gotta go.
Yeah.
And
Especially
now,
you come in my house with me and my kids, man.
Did she leave?
so
Kind of
so
weird.
it took her. She leaves. She sees me and she's like, "Oh, she probably never seen a 6'8" black man before." All right.
I'll never forget. Never forget.
I love you, Chris.
She might have seen like maybe Shaq or something, on TV once in a while. Okay, but
Right. Yeah, but then Chris is like, has anybody, stopped to talk to you about your craft beer selections and the non-aggression principle? Have you voting? So why don't you sit down here?
so, so she leaves the area, and it took her like 10 minutes to leave or something from her car or whatnot. And my wife's like, you need to report it. I go, I handled the situation. I doubt she's going to come back, blah, 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 But there has been a really serious crime wave here in Springfield over the last month. So,
It could be like a reconnaissance kind of strategy where they just like to get into somebody's house and see if there's something they might want to report back, like, okay, there's a computer in the bedroom, flat screen TV in the living room.
Yep.
Saw a jewelry box, like.
Exactly.
That's a valid concern.
Right, but at the same time, Jabab, I mean, I handled this situation the best I could, and I don't want to call the cops on something.
Of course not, because it wouldn't do any good anyway. But what was your just like instinct?
What are the cops really gonna do?
And that's what I was trying to relay to Yvonne about. Okay.
What was your personal instinct? You know how you get like an immediate vibe as to whether like somebody's not trustworthy or not. Even in another language, I would imagine like there was a vibe you were getting, and we're like, is this somebody who's just lost, or is this somebody who's a potential scammer?
Right.
Which was
it? I think, my honest opinion, I think it was probably someone who got some wrong information. Okay, that's probably lost.
But she walked in your house.
I know.
There is no reason to me for somebody anywhere to walk in anyone's. I would never walk into someone's house that I knew wasn't expecting me. Like, I will walk into my parent-in-law's house or my parents' house, because they're expecting me. But
Chris, any of you guys, even if I knew you were expecting me, if I show up at your front door and I knock on your door and you don't answer, you know what? I'm going to go the fuck away. I'm not walking in because I don't know what I'm walking into.
Door and be like, hello.
Right. Like Nick said, you might open the door and be like, hello. But, like, I had a situation happen to me when I lived in Savannah in an apartment building, and people would often leave. There was the front door that was always like automatically locking, but there were these back doors that led to the fire escape. And so the bottom floor led to the alley, and then the other doors led to the fire escape, and somebody was always leaving one of those freaking doors open.
Right.
And there was this man who took advantage of that situation, and he ended up robbing multiple people in our apartment building, one of them being me. He took my tip money off the table, and I'm about to tell you how that happened. So I had been laying out on the roof of the building next door to me. So the fire escape ran to the building next door to me. It was shorter than my building, and I was laying out in my lawn chair on the roof over there, and I had left my door open because I didn't want to have to carry a bunch of shit with me. I was like thinking, you know, like here I am, like a door away from my apartment. I can see my apartment from where I am because my windows face the roof where I was laying out. You know, no big deal. So I'm laying out, and I laid out for like 2 or 3 hours, and then I got my shit, and I went back in my house, and I forgot to lock my door on the way back in. And I was completely naked from head to toe when this guy walked in my door, and he asked where so-and-so was because he was there to help him move. And I said, there is nobody here by this name, get out of my house. And he moved towards me. And I, you know, had that feeling like this guy is not here for any good whatsoever. And I stepped like 5 steps back into my bedroom area because it was kind of like a studio sort of situation. There were doorways, but there weren't really doors. And so I stepped into the bedroom area, and there was a huge walking stick that I had there that was probably like 6 feet tall. And I grabbed the walking stick, and I ran towards him with the walking stick like a freaking spear, and I stabbed him in the belly and pushed him back out of my door. And I told him, you get the fuck out of my house. But not before he grabbed $60 off my table. But whatever, because like I really feel like he was there to like rape me and shit, you know, like I was just like, that is not cool. And yeah. So that happened to me, and like anybody coming in my door is gonna expect that kind of response from me, because that's
the way you didn't immediately go for the shotgun is impressive.
I didn't have a shotgun at the time, so I got what I had. You know, that's what I had.
Now we're 2 steps from a gun everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Now, like, don't fuck with us.
Yeah, that's how I am too. I even have hollowed out books that I keep in random rooms with Yeah, because we have so many different rooms in our house because it's old. So we've got different little, I mean, even from, you know, something as little as a 38, you know, but all the way up to the bigger stuff, just in case.
This is what I'm talking about when I talk about the beer and bullshit women caliber. Okay, and that's like, yes, the caliber of the woman and the caliber of their firearm. Okay.
And the thing is, I tell you what, I tell you what, Jimbo. You catch me in my bedroom, you're gonna get the 12 gauge. But the thing is, you catch me in my kitchen, you're gonna get the cast iron skillet. So you're probably better off to catch me in my bedroom because I'm mean with a cast iron skillet.
I'm there with you. That's awesome. Yeah.
I swing that shit like a baseball bat.
And I think it's good to just point that out because we've got a bunch of creepertarians out there. Okay, as much as we'd like to deny they exist, all right? And while I'm sure they'll be intrigued by your fortitude, they will be, I think, intimidated not to give you like stupid Facebook comment harassment stalking bullshit.
You know what? I don't care. Like I'm always the kind of person when I walk into a new environment where I don't know where I am. Like in my kitchen, I know where everything is. So I'm like, you want to fuck with me? You're about to go down, because like I know where some shit is gonna fuck you up. But like anytime I walk into a new environment, like where are the knives? Where are the things?
You gotta assess everything.
Where are the things that I can hurt someone with? Okay, I see those now.
Really, Ruby? I didn't realize you were so that was so dominant in your existence.
Ruby, and here's the thing too, is when you go into someone's house, you have to think about like what they actually have. It's like your candlesticks. Are they as heavy as they look they are? Or are they replicas?
Right,
You know,
exactly.
You find yourself, like, when they're not looking, just kind of lifting them up with your fingers.
Right.
Isn't it?
And Amy, and then you're thinking, like, well, what would be the best way to dispose of the body? Is there a rug I could wrap it in? Is there a shower curtain that's big enough? How will will it fit in the trunk of my car? And can I get it in there by myself? I'm sure these questions are constantly going through your head.
We always keep these huge sheets of plastic around anyway, so it's okay. Well, I mean, just in case you skin a deer, you never know. I do live in the country.
Exactly. There's some kind of large carcass that needs disposing of. These things happen.
I don't intend to go around killing anyone or whatever, but I have been in.
Why'd you have me pre-dig those holes in the crawl space?
He's just kidding. By the way. But I've been in enough really screwed up situations like the one I just described to you, where What
about when the cops broke in your house?
Oh my God! What about when the cops broke in my house? My cops came in my fucking house while I was in my t-shirt and my underwear, painting a painting, listening to rap music. My little dog, my little 12-pound dog, was hanging out in the backyard by herself sleeping, like she always did, because she never left the yard. And these asshole cops, they told me, they said, well, we thought somebody was robbing your house. I was like, what fucking gave you that impression? That somebody was robbing my fucking house?
Because it sounded like black people music, and this is a white neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say that.
I lived in
all white people listen to NWA. I don't care.
It was a mixed neighborhood, so that they couldn't use that shit. I don't know what the fuck their thinking was on that.
We assumed you were just being held hostage by some black dudes.
I guess, right?
Let this lady listen to rap.
But so they came, not even my front door, they came in my back door, which means I had an apartment in my backyard. They had to walk past the apartment. They came to my back door, which was open because it was nice weather, so it was just the screen door that was shut. My little dog is sleeping in the yard out back. They come up to the back door, and I'm in the next, so it's like the back door, kitchen, and then the room I'm painting in, which would have been the dining room, but it was my studio where I painted in. And I'm in there painting a painting of irises, fucking flowers, because I'm so freaking violent, but I'm painting to rap music. I don't even know what the fuck. I was just painting to rap music. And I'm in a tank top.
Fight the power.
I'm in a wife beater in my underwear. That is it. My wife beater in my underwear. And I have my Spaz shotgun right by the fucking door, like the doorway entrance to the kitchen. And I hear the back door open, and I stop everything. I put my brush down, and I was like, what the fuck is that? I take 3 steps, and I put my hand on the Spaz, and I stepped around the side of the door jamb, and there's 2 cops in my kitchen. And I'm like, can I fucking help you? Because, I'm about to blow your fucking brains out right now.
Jesus Christ.
And they're like, well, we thought your house was being robbed. I was like, you're really wrong, and you need to get the fuck out of my house right now.
Well, the reason they thought it was being robbed is because they were showing up to rob it. They just didn't realize you were there, or,
Yeah, I was going to say, your house was being invaded. You just didn't, it wasn't the same invasion. They were trying to...
They didn't realize you were armed.
Yeah, exactly. So that happens, and then I'm like, you need to get the fuck out of my house right now. And so they go to step out of my back door, and my little dog, who'd been asleep in the yard, ran up the 3 stairs. It was like 3 little stoop stairs.
Did they fear for their lives? Oh my God.
And he kicked my dog down the stairs. He kicked my little fucking dog. One of them kicked my dog down the stairs. And I threw open the screen door, and I shoved them both backwards off my step. I was like, get the fuck out of my yard. And I grabbed my little dog up, and I went inside. I was like, you do not belong here. There is nothing wrong with this. This is my house. Get the fuck out. I don't like cops, by the way. Can you tell?
Wow.
I would have just been like, if you don't leave, there's going to be something wrong.
Yeah, see, the thing is, if they'd have come to my house, they'd have probably killed my dog because I've got a 125-pound bull mastiff. You know, so they'd have just shot him, and then
Well,
you know,
that's what
gone.
Maybe
my
you.
dog. My dog now is like a bulldog, so like I'm pretty sure that if anything were like that to happen, it would be the same case, and it would just suck. It would be shitty as hell.
Fuck those cops, those fuckers.
Nick was like, we'd just be going to jail. He's over here doing exercises because his arm hurts. So like he's here, but he's not here.
But
yeah,
the reason
he's
those people
going
exist
to
is
jail.
because people like you refrain from pulling the trigger on those fuckers.
I mean, can you imagine?
Hey,
that?
there's actually been a couple. There's been a couple of states that have actually passed laws that allow for if you kill a cop during a no-knock raid, you're clear.
They had no reason to be in my house. They had no fucking reason. There wasn't, I was like, I think I even said something to them. I was like, what gave you the idea that I was being robbed? Did you stand outside of my house and see people taking shit out of my house? I was like, because, no! I've been painting for like 6 hours today.
And they're like, well, ma'am, we believe that armed men have entered your home with perhaps the intent of no good. And they were correct.
In fact,
yeah,
Hey Ruby,
Yeah.
they were stalking you. They saw that you were in your wife beater shirt and panties. You know.
I was completely humiliated. And I mean, I seriously ran
sure
into
you
the back
were.
of my yard and picked my dog up and was like, you get the fuck out of here now. I was like, kick my little fucking dog. Are you shitting me? A 12-pound dog who just wanted, like, it would give you kisses on the face even though I fucking hate you right now. Fuck you.
Hey Ruby, if it's any consolation, the town that I live in, there's only 8 cops.
we haven't seen a cop at all.
Yeah,
We
we
don't
don't see
really-
cops much
We
at all.
don't really have cops in my town. They're pretty much road pirates for the people who are from out of town that can't come back in town and pay their tickets. You know, we don't have
What
real
about
cops.
state troopers?
They don't come through town really.
Nice.
They stay out on 460. They stay on the main roads.
We live out in the country. Luckily, we don't see many cops unless somebody dies or something out here. Like,
I got in trouble the first year I lived there. I guess I probably shouldn't say this, but I don't know if it's past. But I got in a fight with a guy to where he kind of just threw the frying pan outside the head, and the cops let me go home with my gun.
The cop wanted your gun even though you hit him with the frying pan? What?
No, the cops let me go after I hit a guy in the face with a frying pan. And of course I'm always armed.
Have you made any beer yet?
And they didn't even bother to take my gun from me.
Oh, you've tried?
Good.
What happened?
But he did deserve it. I don't normally just go around hitting people across the head with frying pans.
Well, of course not, Amy. I mean, you look like you're so violent or whatever, you know, with the tattoos and
I'm so sweet.
and the metal shirt and you know, you're just so fucking violent. You're such a
I'm so
violent person.
cuddly. I'm so cuddly and I'm like a little teddy bear.
And you don't and you drink that craft beer. That's a very violent person.
I'm like a kind little puppy who's getting ready to get a chocolate beer, actually. I think.
I know. I'm just. In fact, I don't see anybody on this show violent at all.
Not unless necessary.
You
Look, I'm not inherently violent. But I
Anyone
will.
else does,
I will defend myself.
Maybe Jim Bab, but that's probably, you know.
Yeah, I can
I
definitely
would
Jim
be,
Bab.
but I'm too much of a chicken, so I end up might as well just. So it doesn't really matter.
I'm not.
Guys,
I think.
sometimes guys are just assholes, and you gotta hit them upside the head with the frying pan, right, Ruby?
I completely agree. Like, I learned a lesson in high school, which was that most bullies really don't understand a person that stands up to them. And so I stood up to this huge bully on the bus one time, and that was my first, like, defining factor of, like, you know, wow, this person really did not expect me to stand up to them. And it was not the last time I've ever used that technique, but it was like, okay, so if you're going to hit a woman, go ahead and hit me, because I will fight back. Like, I will not let you take me down unnecessarily. And every single time they back down. I'm not kidding you. Every single time. I've never been hit by a man that was even hitting on another woman, because I actually stood up to them, and they don't expect you to do that. They don't expect it. And
Right.
so that's like 90% of it. 99% of it is like stand your fucking ground and say what you like. I will back this up with a fist to your fucking face. You know.
I used to get the crap kicked out of me by my ex-husband. I've got like broken pieces of skull in my head. I've got like, you know, where I wear like it's different where I do my makeup on my eyebrows and things like that. Yeah, I mean, he beat the hell out of me for probably 8 years.
What?
And I killed him. I killed him self-defense in 2000, December 2000, and I've put up with a whole lot of shit since. You know, I mean,
Holy
I
cow.
pretty much learned that. I mean, I'm 5 foot, 115 pounds, maybe 118 pounds on a good day. Still trying to put on weight, but you know, I mean, not doing real good at it. You know, just working out a lot. But I mean, I refuse to be the weaker sex.
Yep.
You know.
See,
So.
Good girl. Wow.
Amy, your problem is that you killed them around Christmas time.
Yeah.
You couldn't wait until after the New Year.
What?
Oh.
What does that have to do with
Wow.
I'm gonna tell you what, Chris, and this is gonna sound kind of fucked up. But it's been a long time, you know, so I've had a long time to deal with this kind of stuff. I'm not real sensitive.
How long has it been?
It was 2000.
Wow.
15 years.
Okay. But
I'm so sorry you had to endure all of that. That's
No doubt. No
oh yeah,
doubt.
well, no, I mean it sucked. I mean, what sucks even worse, you know, I mean, it's like having my jaw wired shut. I mean, when I shot him, he was actually out on bail for dislocating my jaw, which he fortunately did in front of a lot of people. But my parents, like I hid all this kind of stuff from my family, and everyone had already bought presents for that year, you know. So that kind of made Christmas really freaking awkward, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, you know, what are we supposed to do with all the Christmas presents that we bought for him? I'm like,
that's why I always use gift receipts.
yes.
Yep.
No, yeah, I've got a weird interesting past, which I'm sure you guys will probably hear about more as we go along.
Wow.
But yeah, no, my ex-husband is
But you know what?
But I will tell you one thing. In Virginia, we do not have gun registration laws. You don't have to have your guns registered. Obviously, they have to be legal, but we don't have limits on, you know, what, you know, how many rounds you can have or anything like that. Not that what I shot him with was you know, weird. It would have been legal in most states with, you know, most of their, you know, carry permits or whatever. But I mean, I shot him with a 5-shot 357 Magnum, and it was a hollow point, which would have been illegal in New Jersey, illegal in Maryland, illegal in New York, illegal in Illinois. But the thing is, where I shot him dead center in the chest. But we lived in row housing, like city houses, and if I wouldn't have shot him with a hollow point because I hit him straight in the sternum, it could have gone through him and hit the neighbors next door. So the hollow point pretty much, and there's a whole lot of different things to the.
It was
to
the
guns that are
responsible
stupid.
bullet.
It's a
Well,
very
you-
responsible.
You
bullet.
had the correct
I think
ammo
I
to
did.
use, is what you're saying.
I had the absolute correct ammo to use.
That's awesome.
Well, you know what? She did what she had to do. All
Yeah.
right. I mean, yeah.
A man dislocates my jaw. He deserves a fucking bullet. Fuck him.
She took a life, but you know what? She's a better person for it.
I'm a
I'm
much
just
tougher
glad you
person.
survived.
She survived, exactly. And she's on the Beer and Bullshit show that lived and tell about it, you know?
I have mad respect for you right now. Like,
Yeah.
seriously. I'm just letting you know that. Like,
You know
mad
what, Amy?
respect.
You know what, Amy? We love
I
you.
guess it kind of goes to say I'm a Second Amendment supporter.
Oh,
Yeah.
duh.
No. You know what? You're the kind of person that doesn't need the Second Amendment. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
You don't
But
need
I hate you guys' laws. Like when I look at you guys in Illinois or my friends in Maryland. You can't have hollow points. You can't have this. You can't have that. You can't. I'm like, well, I mean, there's a different weapon for every scenario. And I mean, if I'd have had just a straight round. I mean, say I'd have had a target round in there, or 38. Because I mean, my 350 with my 357, I can shoot 38 rounds through it. They're smaller and they're faster, and they move with a higher velocity. They could have gone through the wall and they could have hit my neighbors.
And it would have been your fault.
It would have been my fault.
Yeah.
And I totally get what you're saying. And Illinois' gun laws suck, but we can have hollow points. The only thing that you can't have here is a Class 3 full auto.
Right.
We
But-
can have them here.
Yeah. You can't
You
do
know,
it
but
here.
listen, who's really, asking for permission? Are you guys
But I
asking
mean-
for permission?
I don't
Hey,
really
have you
want a
have you
Class
have you
3
seen the
full
cost
auto.
of ammo? Does anybody want a Class 3 auto? Really?
No. I mean, I would if they weren't like $20,000. I'd want one.
Well, I mean, when you look at the cost of ammo, I mean, it's not really. It was like when I was in the Army, which I know is not popular, but I did learn
It's
a
actually
lot when
quite
I was
popular,
in.
just not around here.
Yeah, just not around here.
Yeah.
But when I was in, and we're talking about the early 90s, when I was in basic training, we had
Popular.
16 with the 3-round burst. So, you had your single shots and you had your 3-round burst. And then when I went to AIT, which is up at Fort Ben Harrison, Indiana, we had full automatic A1s, M16 A1s. And, I mean, you can shoot them things all day long, but I mean, the amount of ammo that you waste with a fully automatic weapon,
Oh, yeah, it's so
there's,
fast.
there's no point in having a fully automatic weapon. A semi-automatic is all you will ever need in your life. Fully automatic is ridiculous. Unless there's a zombie apocalypse, which
I was
don't
going to say.
When
Yep.
I went to, I don't know, probably 15 years ago, I went and visited my friend in Phoenix before I moved out there. And we went to a gun range downtown and rented a full auto H&K 9mm.
Yeah, they got great guns out there too.
Yep. And I shot that thing, and it was awesome. And I've done it once, and that's good. It's like, it's pretty cool. Like, you hold down the trigger, and the entire but it's not gone in front of you because you don't know what to expect. It's gone like this.
Yeah.
It's like that thing just like walks up. You have to like get on top of it.
I don't know. I mean, I've shot everything from Uzis to old M1A1s. Like World War II, I
Yeah.
think. Full automatics, flamethrowers, and of course, when I was in the Army,
You shot
and-
flamethrowers?
I want to
Yes,
shoot
I have.
Holy,
I actually blown up a bus.
holy
Um,
shit.
Grenade launchers.
We should go to that Knob Creek
Yes.
auto shoot. Have
Got
a beer and bullshit Knob Creek gathering.
Is it
Gotta-
not-
That's what we should do. We should do a beer and bullshit show,
Creek guy.
starting off at Knob Creek. We should start with flamethrowers, fully automatic weapons, and then I'll hit the titty bars with excessive amounts of craft beer later on in the evening. Yes.
That sounds
That is the
awesome.
weekend.
It'll be the first stop on the Fiend tour. Knob Creek and then Somalia.
I don't know. Louisville, Kentucky's not too far from Somalia. I'll tell you what. That's a third world country over there. It might be redneck, but it's a third world country.
You're saying Kentucky's more of a third world country than Somalia?
Yes. When was the last time you've been there?
Detroit is.
Detroit is definitely up
Yeah.
there too. But you can't have fully automatic weapons in Detroit legally. Legally.
There's no cops.
But no, I mean, when I was down at Knob Creek, I mean, man, you could rent the flamethrowers for $100. I think the Uzis were $20 for a Uzi. An M1A1 or the old Tommy guns, like the ones with the drums.
Cool.
You could rent that for like $50.
Yeah, the tux that goes with it costs more than that.
The tuxedos.
And I can totally see Ruby with a fucking Tommy gun.
I was thinking of that Tommy gun. How did you know that? I was like, out of all those things, I was like, the flamethrower would be cool. I was like, but I totally want the Tommy gun. How did you know? You, like, read my mind.
Oh.
Nick could be like, dude,
I want the Great Gatsby Tommy gun. Like, I'm like, let's shoot it up. I'm wearing my dress.
Well, and the funny thing is, when you walk into Knob Creek, when you walk into that gun range, they check your guns. And, I mean, they don't check your, like, all your credentials or anything. They're just like, do you have any weapons? And,
It's like a
they're
hatchment. It's like a
and they're like, you don't have any guns. They're like, I'm sorry. You got like 8-year-olds walking in there with like AR-15s and stuff. It's awesome.
I have a great gun. It's a great little gun. It's a baby Browning. It was my great-grandmother's gun. And it shoots a 25 caliber.
25.
25 ACP.
It's a tiny round. Good God.
It's a tiny gun. It's a 10 round. But it's like a really awesome gun. Like they don't make them anymore. They haven't made them since '69, I think, was the year they quit making them. And I've been offered like a shit ton of money for the one I have, but I won't give it up because it was my great grandmother's. And I'm pretty sure that like I'm the only one that shot it. Like I don't think she ever even shot it before I got it. But it's this cool little gun. Like, my cleavage is bigger than the gun. So, like, I could seriously just stick it.
Oh, yeah, you got a little pea shooter. They're so cute.
And it would just fit right there. And, like, nobody would ever know it was there. And I could wear it, like, all day. And I'd just be like, blam, blam, fuck you.
And then the person that you shot it with would be like, I'm totally going to kill you now.
No, I don't know.
No, the thing with the 25 is, I mean, it's such a small round. As long as you hit them in a vital place, you're good. If you don't hit them in a vital place, you're not good. But that's one of those little teeny-weeny fast rounds. It's kind of like a 9mm versus a 45 round. It's going to go through you so fast that it will tear your muscle faster than it will actually stop you.
I was really surprised. Like I did a shoot one day where I used a 22 and then I used a 25. And the 25 left a much larger hole in the paper than the 22 did, like a much larger hole. And I was like, wow, that's really impressive. Like I didn't think because the 22 is actually a larger gun, and the baby Browning is a much, much smaller gun. But it left I don't know, 3 times the size of the hole of the 22.
It's because of the velocity of it. It's not because of the round itself. It moves so much faster because it is smaller. But I mean, my favorite weapon is probably my least practical weapon, which is I've got an old World War II, 1945, 303 British Enfield sniper rifle, and it's still got the original sights on it and everything. But it's it's good for supposedly over 1,000 yards. Of course, I can't fucking see that far. See my glasses. But anyways, I mean, you can hit some targets pretty far off with it. But I mean, it's a really nice rifle, but it's not really practical for anything except for maybe, I don't know, the zombie apocalypse. It's your standard size caliber handguns, I think, are probably better for you.
I'm totally not saying that. I was just like comparing them. Like I like the little gun. It's pretty fucking cool for a little gun.
No, they're cute. And hey, the thing is, they're really easy to conceal, and if you ever need it, it's better to
Better than nothing.
have it and not need it. You know.
My everyday carry was 380, just because there was never an excuse not to take it because it was gonna be in the way or something.
Yeah, my 357 will pretty much fit anywhere, but it's a 2-inch barrel, 5-shot. It's a tiny little thing. So I mean, I can hide it pretty much anywhere on me. But my favorite is my I've got a Glock. I think it's a Glock. Yeah, it's Glock 30, 45. It's the subcompact, but it's nice. It holds 10 rounds, which is still not legal in most states because most states you can't have more than 5 rounds, 6 rounds, or whatever. But it's nice and it's small, But I'm too little to carry around a decent sized gun. I have to carry around the tiny little things, kind of like Ruby does.
Hey, you guys.
I mean, down here we've got open carry, we've got concealed. Open carry, you don't need a permit. I mean, you can open carry anywhere. Concealed carry, it's a minimal permit for your Class C. If you want to get silencers, full automatics, things like that, you've just got to go through, your typical ATF process, your federal stuff. But our gun laws here are so simple. They don't pick on us. I like Virginia.
Hey, you guys. It was awesome hanging out tonight. We didn't get a lot of sleep last night. We're both extremely tired. We have to work in the morning. So we are going to go to bed so that we can get up and actually do things in the morning. Because we've had about 4 hours sleep for both of us. So
We don't have to give excuses. We're fucking going.
we're going.
Goodbye.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Good night.
Good night.
I'm going to get some chocolate beer.
Okay, I missed Nick and Ruby signing off. Oh, well.
Chocolate beer? Chocolate beer.
You're on the computer. What are you talking
Jim back.
Yeah, Chris, I'm sorry. I thought everybody knew about that stuff with me and my ex-husband.
No.
About the
Well,
flamethrowers?
well, you know what, Amy? I don't go prying.
Oh, I don't mind. I mean, I just thought everybody knew.
about? What your association?
Lives and stuff like that. I don't care what you've done in your past. I care what you're doing now.
I don't know. Our past makes us what we are, though.
Well, you know what? You know, we've all done stuff that we've done in the past that we're probably not proud of, but you know what? I don't care. It's what
You mean like
you're doing now. It's what you're doing now, and it's what you want to do in the future is what I care about.
So,
Besides,
the fact that I drank a lot of Pabst Blue Ribbon in the past, I'm forgiven.
well, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I drink a lot of Mickey's. I drink a lot of freaking Colt 45. I drink a lot of freaking Miller High Life.
Hey, I actually almost got a Mickey's tattoo. Okay.
I drank a lot of St. Ides back in the day.
Oh, I drank a lot of St. Ides too.
Oh, so I ain't gonna judge you for what you did in the past.
Well, I haven't heard anything to even warrant judging her for. Like, I mean, and I have to say, Amy, from the first time you came on the show, I was like, wow, that lady's pretty impressive, But I hardly knew anything about you, and every time it's like, wow, there's a whole new dimension of your awesomeness is revealed. It's So
You've
Huh.
impressed us,
Thank
Amy.
you.
hell yeah. But I knew it just yeah. No, and then it's like, yeah, of course I've used flamethrowers. I'm like, oh my, I mean, like.
They're really cool, Jim. They really are.
Of course they are.
There's nothing cooler than blowing up a bus with a flamethrower as long as there's no one on it.
Oh, I'm so I'm just in awe. I am speechless in awe.
I'm telling you, we got to do a weekend out there. They do it. I'm telling you, they do it twice a year. Once in May, and then normally October, late October, beginning of November. But they do the full machine gun shoot.
And where is this?
In Knob Creek, Kentucky, which is right outside of Louisville.
I'm in.
It's
Bunch of rednecks with firearms and explosives and shit. And
hey, and I'll tell you what, the thing is, obviously you can't drink while you're in there, but it is the most fun you will ever have without beer.
I'm in. Is it? Would you say it's kid friendly?
Oh, it's very kid friendly.
Okay.
Kids bring in their own guns. It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
You got little kids in there shooting their little. No, yeah, it's nuts.
Well, my oldest is 13, and she's done she's done some shooting, but she's no little kid. Like she should be fully lethal at this stage, but.
Now, I'd say any kid above maybe 6, as long as they're comfortable with firearms, would be comfortable with it. 5, 6 years old. Because
I'm picturing my little one with the flamethrower. Is there like a kid's flamethrower or? Like...
I don't even think they had an age on it, to be honest. It's just like you got $100, you can shoot the flamethrower. You want to blow this up? Sure, go ahead.
God bless America. It just as ridiculous as this country is, and as fucked up as the culture is, and all the bigotry and the idiocy and the stupidity and the democracy and all, it's like everybody's fucked up in their own way. You know what? We still have like groups of people that just like get together to blow shit up for the fuck of it.
It's fun.
Oh God! I tell you what, I'm gonna tag you guys. You guys don't have to approve it for your wall, but I'm gonna tag you on it, and I won't be butthurt. The night shoots that they do, they always do it on Saturday night of the machine gun shoot weekend, but they put up 50-gallon drums of diesel fuel, and they shoot fully automatic weapons at them, including the GE guns like the Vulcans. Oh my God! And they blow the shit up, and it gets so hot. You can feel it from like half a mile away.
Oh, like the warm glow of exploding diesel fuel on your face on a summer night. There's just nothing to beat it. Like after the machine gun shoot and.
It's the Carl Kurtz moment right before you go to the titty bar. It's great.
Yeah.
It really is great. I'm really a simpleton, aren't I?
I saw flamethrowers for sale, and I swear you could get one. There were like 2 different ones, and one was like $1,400. Like
no, I don't know what the practical use would be, except for it just be really cool to have.
Clearing poison ivy.
Well, I do have a lot of bamboo in my backyard.
I also have a bamboo problem. I don't know. I don't know if the flamethrower is quite the way to handle it. I'm thinking more of just like a personal defense item. It would be. I don't know if the. Like, can you imagine? Like, I'll bet you I could walk through the worst neighborhood of North Philly, okay, with a flamethrower on my back, with the pilot light lit, just walking like, and just walk. I could walk anywhere in Philly with that. I'll bet nobody would fuck with me.
No.
What do you think, Chris?
$100 Gucci bag. you are doing financially well, and therefore you do not.
Are you
I think
buffering,
Chris
Chris?
just broke up.
Yeah.
I love Billy.
You do?
I do. I go up there for hockey games.
Really?
Mhm.
Well, has hockey season started yet? It seems like there's always hockey games.
Yeah, there's always hockey games. Hockey is like the longest.
Yes, hockey has started.
Oh, yes.
So, I'm a Flyers fan,
Okay.
Ooh.
which is unfortunate
I
for
went to a
me.
Flyers game. It was pretty fun. It was okay.
No, I got to go Blackhawks.
Ooh.
Corey Crawford?
Ooh. I'm a New Jersey Devils fan.
Ow!
Oh.
Oh. Let me tell you what. I've had this thing my entire life since I became a hockey fan. I've judged men, which I guess is fine because you're married. I have never, and I mean that's a prerequisite. I will not date a New Jersey Devils fan. It cannot happen. It will not happen. Jersey Devils fans, no.
So you do have
What? Why are you jealous because we won 3 Stanley Cup in the last 2
Shut
decades?
up.
Wait a minute. Let me see if I understand this. Amy, you were the one that said you wouldn't date a New Jersey Devils fan?
No.
Yes.
Okay. But you were with a guy for 8 years who was like punching you in the face. If he had come home with like a devil shirt on, that would have ended it. You're like, all right, you punched me
He
in the
was
face.
a Red Wings fan.
Ooh. That's worse than being a Devils fan.
Hey, Scott Stevens. I was always a Lindros fan. Come on. I mean,
Eric Lindros. You know, I used to. You know, I had. Hey, Jim Bab.
I'm here.
Yeah, he's not there.
I'm here.
Fucking A. Hey, remember the Flyers used to have a goalie named Ron Hextall?
I love Ron Hextall.
Rings a bell, sure.
Well, I was at Zadar's. Remember Zadar's
No.
in New Hope?
Nope.
Okay. Well, Barry Schneider would know. I won a Ron Hextall jersey at Zadar's, autographed and everything.
Nice.
And I wish I would have had it because it would probably be worth about $300-400 right now.
Yeah, I know when my house caught on fire, and I went in to go save like all my stuff, started grabbing stuff out of closets, things like that. One of the things I grabbed was my things full of hockey paraphernalia, which is like all my hockey cards, jerseys, things like that. So I grabbed random ass shit. But no, I still got some of his rookie cards.
Cool.
I've even got Eric Lindros' rookie cards.
All right.
Okay, hockey nerds. Jim Bab's like, yeah, where's the beer?
They have Hop Devil. You can get Hop. When I was at
but-
the
but
arena,
then-
you could get
but
Hop
then-
Devil at the arena.
Ooh.
What are you talking about in New Jersey?
No,
No,
at
in
the
Philly.
Flyers, for the Flyers.
Right.
Oh. Last time I was up there, they still had crap beer.
I haven't been in like 20 years or 15 years at least, so I don't know.
Mm.
Last time I was in Philly was probably, I guess, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. It's been a minute. Most of my trips I normally Maryland.
Yeah, I haven't been to a hockey game in almost 30 years, so.
It's fun. I'm a fan,
Yeah.
I did see the Red Wings play at Joe Louis Arena. That was pretty cool. Detroit was pretty scary.
The team or the town?
The town.
Oh.
Yeah.
I saw them play when Vladimir Konstantinov was actually still on the team before the accident. So
My
I
friend-
think it was 96, 97.
My friend Lou calls Detroit the failed state project.
Seems fitting.
Could be some good real estate opportunities, I hear.
Well, Ann Arbor was really nice.
Buy low. Ann Arbor?
Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty nice there. Or at least back then when I was there. I haven't been there in a while. It's been probably a decade.
How about Upper Peninsula?
I have never actually been up there, even though I lived in Fairbanks, Alaska for 2 years, which is colder than there.
Fairbanks, Alaska?
Yeah, I lived there for 2
Not
years.
flamethrowers? Damn.
Fairbanks is pretty cool.
Were you like working on like a fishing boat or an oil rig or I gotta ask what you were doing up there.
My ex-husband was still in the Army, the crazy one.
All right.
But it was very cool. I was I actually ran a record store up there for a couple of years. So I hung out and dressed cute and listened to music and snowboarded and drank lots of craft beer and ate lots of moose and reindeer and yeah, it was
What did
all
the
right.
moose? What did the moose taste like?
It was good. Kind of
Tastes
like beef.
Tastes like chicken.
No,
Would you
not
say it's
really
better than beef? As good as beef?
better.
Better?
Better.
And she ate Rudolph.
I did. I ate the fuck out of Rudolph.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let me tell you what. At the Denny's, the local Denny's right there in town, they actually served reindeer sausage. So you could go in and get, reindeer sausage. But it tasted like kielbasa.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
Rudolph sausage. Poor
Yeah,
Rudolph.
we had the hell of it. No, it was fun.
And, and Dancer.
enjoyed-
And Prancer. And Donner and Vixen.
All of them.
She ate them all. She said, I
I ate all the
said,
reindeer.
I show no mercy. I'm going to eat them all.
So when Santa Claus does not show up this year, it's because I ate all of his damn reindeer. And they tasted damn good.
And it was worth it.
It was worth it.
Now, Fairbanks is really cool. If you ever get a chance to go up there, I mean, by God, go. I wouldn't say go in the early summer because the mosquitoes are really bad because of all the water standing. Fall. And it might sound kind of weird, but I mean, the dead of winter, it's kind of cool. You get to see the northern lights. It's cold as fucking balls. I mean, cold as shit. But it's really beautiful. And the thing is, they don't scrape the roads up there like they do on here.
Right.
You know how you got your fucking snow plows come through? They go through and just throw down gravel and sand, and they're just like, just mix that shit up,
Just
And,
pack it down and people drive over top of it, right?
Yep, you gotta get spikes on your tires, and you just drive on it.
Don't a lot of people have
Wait.
like snowmobiles and all?
Or I was thinking,
around?
I just assumed like a dog team, but
Yeah.
Yeah, they have those too. The Iditarod comes right through there, which is the dog sled race. If you don't know what the Iditarod is, but yeah,
Oh yeah, that's like big in Alaska.
yeah, it's beautiful. It's cool, but it comes right through Fairbanks. But yeah, I mean, I drove across the state a couple times. I drove through Denali National Park. I don't know. I ain't got good sense. If y'all ain't figured that out by now. Y'all be like, yeah, there's this girl on the Beer and Bullshit show. She's kind of cool to talk to for a minute, and then she's all off her fucking rocker.
Well, you're on the Beer and Bullshit show. We're all off our freaking rocker.
I think that's how it's supposed to be. But, all right, well, I will let you guys go and enjoy your evening. I'm going to go and enjoy the...
We're going to go too. So, thank you for being on the best internet show. And I'll see you guys after Thanksgiving. Have a good Thanksgiving. Have a good holiday. Drink plenty of beer. Eat a lot of turkey or whatever you might eat. And I will talk to you after the holidays.
So what, December 16th, right?
No, December 2nd and then December 16th.
Okay.
All right. Can you guys hear me now? I just fixed my audio.
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear, Mr. Jim Pap.
Nice. And I have canceled the other one, so I'm all Windows over here. This is my Windows setup. Check it
Nice
out.
coming out on the flip side, Jim.
All right. Well, have a good
All right.
Thanksgiving.
You guys have a great night. Love y'all.
And I
You're
will.
out.
Yep. I will talk to you guys in 2 weeks.
Okay.
All right, later, guys. Good time, everybody.
All right. Thank you very much.
Bye.
All right. See
Bye.
you.